So LSU, as you well know, opened up camp yesterday, and the first day of training camp is never going to be anything that you're going to get too up, too down about. I think everybody just gets really excited, the fact that everybody is back. But I will say that for LSU, one of the more intriguing things was going to be for me, what does it look like left to right on the offensive line? Because we don't really know. Like, we don't have an idea. And it's not because you don't have candidates to do so. I think you have some legit ones. You have 7, 8 candidates that could be starters on the offensive line. But, you know, what is right now the coaches between, no matter if we're talking Brian Kelly, Joe Sloan, Brad Davis, like, what are the coaches' mindsets right now and who they think, if they had a game today, who the starters would be? And from left to right, it went Adams, Chester, Moore, Thompson, and Davis. That's a group that we weren't quite sure. Like, Mubinga started multiple games last year. He came in when there was an injury. Everybody thought, well, okay, well, surely he started last year. He's back again. Like, he's going to roll out there with the first team, but it does not play out that way. He actually goes with the second team. Tate, I know you're locked into this, so I'll throw it to you first. Any surprise that Paul Mubinga was not out there with the first team, that it was Adams, Chester, Moore, Thompson, and Davis?
No, because that's kind of what everybody said it was going to be during spring. Like, if you remember, Chester still ran with the ones at center at spring. And, like, one of the first things Kelly said at his press conference basically laid out that Braylon Moore is your starting center.
Yeah.
Because he said, hey, we have Moore at center. Chester and Mubinga are still battling for that starting spot. And then Eccles and Thompson are battling for that second spot at the other guard position. Not a surprise to me. It kind of seemed like, because, like, I thought DJ Chester was a really good blocker last year. I just didn't think he was a very good center last year. Like,
pre-snap penalties.
Right. The snap infractions. How many of those did you have? But
8.
Yeah, and then after the snap, he was good. No, I don't think this is a surprise.
Every time he did one, I'd be on the broadcast just trying to keep my cool.
Breaking pencils.
Just break pencils under the desk.
How many pencils you bring each game?
17. Tradez Green got to start at tight end. And, again, this is all thanks to our guy, Hunt Palmer, LouisianaSports.net. Check out those daily practice reports. Running back Caden Durham, of course, Nussmeier at quarterback. And so second-team offense, the receivers, Berrien Brown, Kyle Parker. You had Destin Hill, Bauer Sharp, the tight end there. Caleb Jackson was the running back with that group, and Michael Van Buren was the quarterback. So no real surprises there. I know Nick Anderson, Hunt points out, wasn't in that group. He was at practice with a sleeve on his leg, participated in individual drills, one-on-ones, and looked full speed, he said, but I guess they're easing him back. In Oklahoma last year, that was, Nick missed time because of injury as well.
Well, not only that, Kelly actually updated this. He said that the reason he was out, Anderson has to do a certain amount of technically walkthroughs. He got a concussion in that car wreck that he was in about a month ago, so they're working it back. Kelly said he should be good to go, like, next week.
Yeah, don't get in a car wreck and try to play against Arkansas on the road a couple of days later. It's not great. You don't really remember how the game went.
Why? Did you have a little brain bruise?
Yeah, that was a different time.
Different time.
That was a different time.
No protocols.
Turns out
then.
if your head knocks the windshield out, you probably should do what Nick's doing and not what meatheads do.
True. You do like a kind of like a varsity blues. Like, now you got to ask him true, false. Like, really bad. He's holding up some fingers. True or false?
True.
True.
Smelling salts, no big deal.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Get back in there.
Yeah, you'll be fine. On the defense, at defensive end, it was Jack Piper and Gabe Relaford. At defensive tackle, Ma Bro and Dominic McKinley. At linebacker, it was Witt and Wes Weeks. Star position, Harold Perkins, which we've talked a lot about. You had Delane and Stamps at corner. You had Cooley and Gilbert at safety. Now, as we know, there's a lot of guys on that defense. Like, Devon Keys is going to have a role on that defense. I fully expect him and Wes Weeks to have a full rotation. The defensive line, you know how that goes, to also be rotating. Corner, you had Woodland and Pickett as your second team corners. Toviano and Halsey were your second team safeties there. Safety is going to be a position we continue to look at throughout training camp. Linebacker, I think you got a really good group. Star, you had Singleton there backing up Harold Perkins, which the star position in Blake's defense is, it's more of a linebacker than it is DB. So Harold Perkins being out there. Good to see him back out there. Devon Keys can also play star.
I never played in a team where we called anybody a star. So I don't even really know what the star does.
Think Nickel Sam.
Nickel.
Think Nickel Sam more than Nickel. Nickel Sam. Like a true, like the tweener linebacker you played against, in the NFL that.
Wasn't that many.